everything starts with 511. You got 511 sealant enhance, 511 impregnator, and 511 porous plus. All three of these products right here make everything they're applied to stain resistant, oil resistant, and water resistant. Excluding this one on top, these two make it stain resistant, oil resistant, and water resistant without changing the look of the material. They also increase slip fall, so they make it less slippery. They're all USDA approved for incidental food contact, so we can be applied on food prep tables. We can, you know, if we're doing an Applebee's or a Sizzler or something, well, I don't think Sizzler's around anymore, but we can go on any food prep table in a restaurant or residential. And we're UV resistant, so we can be applied exterior. We resist acid rain. We don't break down under any circumstances whatsoever. And the other nice thing about all these products is we go a very long way. If you were to take the impregnator, for instance, and put it up against most of the competitors out there, usually you'll buy 5 to 10 units of the competitor versus 1 unit of ours, which is the impregnator. Our coverages go from anywhere from 500 on a low up to 4,000 feet on a high. And how to determine what kind of coverage you're going to get, you're looking like at an exposed aggregate concrete, probably about 500 feet a gallon. Polished granite, we're going to get about 4,000 feet a gallon, okay, or a contractor pack. So the product goes a very long way. The application is really, really simple. We always go back to that old movie, The Karate Kid. We wipe on, we wipe off, in that order. About a minute, maybe 2 minutes max. Okay, we wipe on, wet to the eye. We don't puddle it on. We take an applicator. You can see on the box here we have a mirror applicator. You can also use an old T-shirt. You can spray it on. I don't recommend a hydro sponge, but you can use a number of different applicators. If we use a spray apparatus, usually it's a material like a slate that has a lot of clefting to it, and it doesn't really work real well with an applicator. So a lot of times guys will just spray it on, and once they see it wet to the eye, they move on. Okay, this is a product that not necessarily more is better. As long as we're there, as long as we're wet to the eye, we are there. Of samples just before you guys got here, and I'm gonna show you a couple of water tests, show you how the product actually works. Now I don't quite remember. Oh, now I do. Now that I'm looking at it, but I'm just going to throw some water on this, and you'll see how it beads up, and it just kind of rolls off. And you can see where there should be an area on here where it's absorbing a little bit more. It looks like it's right here. So you can see where it's just beading off, and then it's actually absorbing into the tile itself. Visual, you can see right here where the limestone is darkening and where it's beading off on the other part. The top part is sealant enhance. See how that darkens right there, and the other side kind of beads up. You see the difference? Now, that's how you tell if the stone is treated or untreated. If water absorbs, then we know it's time to treat it. Okay, if the water beads up, like something like this is treated with CST, which you don't carry, but that's all right. This is more of an industrial product. It'll just bead right off, and it won't darken very much. Okay, take this and dip the paper towel in the water, and see if, push it in there. Is it absorbing?
It's magical. Yeah.
So it's not darkening.
Oh.
See, it's not absorbing any water whatsoever. We can do it right here too. In fact, I'll just throw it right here and you guys can see it. I don't know if the camera can see it or not, but you can see how it just beads off the paper towel. So that's just kind of a good visual. And I found out firsthand when we first came out with the product, I accidentally spilled it on my concrete countertop in the backyard. And I cleaned it up as quickly as I could, but it was luckily it was in an inconspicuous area. It stayed there for about 3 or 4 years, and it was west facing where the sun was beating on it, so it stays quite a long time. This is a care guide or product guide, if you will. It has everything on it. This is great for the showroom, great for the guys out in the warehouse, but it categorizes everything that as far as the different categories of stone. We got granite, marble, travertine, limestone. Everything's in here categorized, and basically what it is it's got the sealer, the enhancer, the cleaner, the problem solver, which is what we all need in these times. And it just goes right down for the recommendation chart. Okay, so this is a very helpful piece of literature that you guys can use going forward. Everybody knows that we're not just sealers. We have a full line of cleaners. We have neutral cleaners. We have acidic cleaners. We have phosphoric acid cleaners. I was talking to the gentleman earlier, we have lots of abrasives for if we have etching issues. We can use our water ring etch remover and that'll clean up limestone. We always have situations where we have a glass that sits on a countertop and it condenses and then it ends up etching the countertop. We have all the problem solvers for that type of application. What it says is Miracle Sealants is ranked #1 in the industry. And that is based off of a research survey of 6,500 contractors.